Hi y'all, welcome back to Mama 4. This is Cara, and I was a patient in a psych ward. I was not a crackhead in rehab, never done crack, never will. Do have family members that do it, see what it does to them, so no. I never consider myself an alcoholic. I do have family members that's one. I see what it do to them, so no. Yes, I done drunk alcohol before. I used to have my clubbing days, but alcohol never sat well in my stomach, so I just don't even drink it. I even tell my kids, when they old enough to drink alcohol, don't drink it. Look at our family members that's alcoholics. It could be hereditary. You could be addictive. You may not. Just don't try it. My car is making crazy noises. Let's see. What else? Oh, I was never a witness in a murder investigation. Yes, I done been to many crime scenes with the work I do. Never had to go to court for one yet. I mean, it can happen. It's part of the job. That's why we had to document everything, because you never know if they go to court or not. Let's see. I went over crackhead, alcohol, murder case. I told y'all that I was an inpatient. I think I went over all the options with y'all. I feel like I forgot one, but I don't know. Anyway, so how was I an inpatient in a psych ward? Because I was young and dumb and in love. And when my first love, MarMar dad, we broke up. He actually went right on to somebody else. I didn't even know we was broke up. He just moved out and was living with this girl. Just like that. I was salty. I was hurt. I was angry. I was mad. I was scared. I was lonely. I had a child. I accomplished so many things with him. I walked across the stage. He was right there. When I first moved out my mom's house and got into my own house, he was there. When I got my license, he was there. When I got my car, he was there. When I had my baby, my first baby, he was there. He was my baby daddy. And it was just so many firsts. And the thought of him not there and him with somebody else, it made me angry for him being with somebody else, along with scared. So anyway, I was just going crazy. Every time I seen him or her, I was trying to fight. And they was always calling the police because I was trying to fight him, her. I didn't care. I've never been the type that like do so much talking. I just see him and I just go straight to fighting, where he would literally catch me every single time trying to get at her, and she didn't want to fight me. But anyway, the police have been called a few times. I know one time the police was called. One of the police officers that showed up happened to be my basketball coach, because they worked at my school. She's a basketball coach, security guard, and a police officer. And I don't think she was on that call, but there was another call where I remember taking an iron out the back of my trunk, and I didn't wrap my hand around a cord, and I'm swinging the iron and him trying to walk up on me. And when the police was called, they told me to leave. I said I ain't leaving until I beat this. But him and her, and my dad told them not to take me to jail, just take me to a psych ward. And I said that I'm going to hurt him and I'm not going to leave him alone, so take me to a psych ward. And that's where they took me. And I instantly regretted it when I got there, because they take the shoe screen. You don't have a phone. At the time I was a smoker. I couldn't smoke a cigarette or anything, and I was away from my baby. The first night I was ever away from my baby, I was just bawling my heart out. And they gave me some medicine to calm my nerves. I have no idea what they gave me. It was probably Xanax or something, now that I'm older and know the different types of drugs that they give to treat different things. But that relaxed me. I went to sleep. I woke up early that next morning, and I had a crazy roommate. She wasn't like going crazy on me. I looked over at her and I seen what crazy actually was, mentally crazy. This girl probably couldn't help herself if she wanted to. And here I am, can help myself. I'm 19 years old. I got a baby. First time leaving my baby. Here I am about to catch a case for somebody who don't want me no more, for somebody that's with somebody else. And I never wilded out like that again. I got out of there probably like 12 hours later. I had to wait for the doctor to come, and he asked me all these questions. Are you suicidal? Are you going to hurt yourself? This, that, and the other. What do you have to live for? And all that stuff. And I got myself out of there. They wanted to call me a cab to get home, but I just wanted to walk. I wanted to clear my head. I would say I wanted fresh air, but I also wanted a cigarette too. And one of the workers out of there gave me a cigarette and a match, and I smoked that cigarette. It didn't last me all the way home, but after the cigarette was gone, I got fresh air. But I also was able to clear my head and think and realize that I could do this, that I could raise this baby by myself. My mom then raised 4 kids. Well, by this time she got 5 kids, because my sister was born when I was 16. I'm like, my mama did it all on her own. I could do it. And I did it. I never looked back. Of course, I done moved on to other relationships. I got over that relationship, and I would never even go that route again. I'm single now. He's single. He didn't marry her, had a baby, divorced. He's single, but I would never go back to that route. And when I think back now, do I regret anything? I don't regret anything, because it taught me a lesson. It grew me up. I learned. Plus, I thank her for getting him off my shoulders, because there's no way in the world we would have still been together now. And I just thank her. And moral of this story is, if you're feeling suicidal, or if you're looking for empathy, because I see a lot of people that I take to psych hospitals myself with my job. There's some that just said it because they was looking for pity, and here they are because they said they want to harm themselves. They go into this hospital and they like, why do I gotta go? I don't need to go. I ain't trying to kill myself. I'm like, well, you should have never said that. And now they learn not to say words like that. But if you mean it, then you should tell somebody. You should say something to get the help. I take people that actually need the help, and it's like the best thing that could happen. Don't feel embarrassed about it. Going to get help, it do not ruin your future. I was 19 years old when that happened, and since then I done got a medical assistant certificate. I work as an EMT. I done had plenty background checks done for different things that I do, and that's nowhere near on my background. And it made me realize that I'm not crazy, so don't act crazy. And I hear a lot of people say I'm crazy. They don't want to mess with me. I'm crazy. You're not crazy. Because if you was crazy, you wouldn't be walking around like this. You wouldn't be medicine free. I didn't see you crazy. You're not crazy. And you really don't want to be crazy. And thank God that you're not crazy. So, yeah. I was a patient in a psych ward. One time for 12 hours, 14 years ago. I'll never do that again. Never. Well, they say never, but it was a lesson learned. So, thank you for watching. Come back next week or check the community tab. See what crazy options I come up with next. Bye. I'm just a mama for it.